Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive.
Hey there.
We're tackling really a massive question today. It feels like it's impacting these huge institutions, universities that have been around forever.
Right.
How is artificial intelligence, AI, fundamentally reshaping them?
Yeah, it's more than just adding some new software, isn't it? It feels like it's challenging their very identity.
Your core mission.
Exactly. What they are, who they're for, how they even provide value in this new landscape.
Totally. And we've been looking at this through, well, a really insightful article that digs into this whole shift.
Hmm.
So our mission today really is to pull out the key insights from that source for you, explore the challenges, the opportunities, all the deep implications of AI for higher education.
Okay, so the main idea this article gets across is that AI, it isn't just another tool in the box for universities.
Right.
It's a fundamental shift, or almost you could say disruptive,
Yeah.
in how we access information, how we process it, how we use it.
And that's hitting universities right at their core.
Deep inside their structures, yeah.
Because, I mean, for centuries, universities had this unique spot, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. Gatekeepers of knowledge.
They were the primary place, the distributors of structured knowledge.
Yeah.
If you wanted deep learning, critical thinking, the path to a profession.
You went to university, it was all tied up, place, time, that final degree.
Mm-hmm.
They were the gatekeepers, indispensable, really.
And the whole digital revolution started breaking down those walls a bit.
Yeah, chipping away.
But AI, especially this generative AI stuff we're seeing now, it feels like it's hitting the accelerator hard.
It really does. Which brings us to what the article calls the accessibility revolution.
Ah, yeah. This idea that knowledge isn't just stuck inside university buildings anymore.
Exactly. And it uses this really potent example.
Which one?
A curious 16-year-old, anywhere, potentially has access to the same information, the same research.
As like a grad student at Harvard or somewhere?
Right. And maybe even more efficiently. They can find stuff, get explanations, practice skills.
How? Through things like...
Well, ChatGPT for interactive Q&A, YouTube for lectures, Coursera, MIT OpenCourseWare for full courses. The barriers, physical and financial, to just getting information, they're way lower now.
Which, as the article really hammers home, creates this massive challenge for universities, philosophically, strategically.
Yeah.
If information, even basic explanations, are free, instant, and getting more interactive with AI, what's the core value? What are you actually offering that people pay for?
It's an existential question, isn't it? About purpose.
Definitely. And this directly hits one of the key figures.
Yeah.
The professor.
Right. Now, the article is pretty clear. AI is not a professor.
Important distinction.
Yeah. It lacks that real human mentorship, that unpredictable back and forth, guiding, tricky ethical debates.
Yeah.
At least for now.
We should hold on to that, yeah.
But look at what AI can do, according to the source.
Okay.
It generates answers super fast. It can break down really complex ideas, customize how it explains things, translate, summarize massive texts.
Correct. Grammar.
Correct. Grammar. Yeah. And even grade certain things, like short answer questions.
Okay. So if AI can do a chunk of the traditional professor tasks, delivering info, explaining stuff, basic assessment.
Then the professor's role just has to change. The article argues they can't primarily be just the sage on the stage anymore, the source of all information.
So what do they become?
Well, the source sees this big shift. They become curators, helping students navigate this flood of information.
Okay, curators.
Mentors for intellectual growth, but also personal development. And crucially, ethical stewards, guiding how AI and knowledge get used.
Right, the ethics are huge.
And the teaching itself changes focus, less about just giving facts. More about teaching students how to deal with the answers AI gives, how to question them, check them, use them smartly.
So critical engagement with the AI.
Exactly, guiding that human-AI collaboration and really doubling down on the stuff that's still uniquely human. Synthesis, real creativity, moral reasoning.
That makes sense. And this shift for professors connects directly to another big point the article makes.
Which is?
The whole degree versus skill set debate.
Ah, yes, the value of the diploma.
The golden ticket. For so long, that 4-year degree was the proof you were ready. Competent, diligent, your entry pass to the professional world.
But the skills needed now, they're changing so incredibly fast, partly because of tech, like AI.
Right.
And companies are finding they can actually check for specific skills directly, in real time, often outside that traditional degree framework.
The article points to examples, right, like big tech companies.
Yeah, Google, IBM, others.
Yeah.
They're increasingly hiring based on project portfolios you can show them,
Stuff you've actually built or done.
or specialized courses, maybe AI certifications,
Yeah.
and just demonstrating you can actually solve problems. It's becoming less about where you study.
And more about what you can do.
Precisely. So universities face this dilemma.
Stick with the degree is the main thing, the status symbol.
Or do they reinvent how they certify skills? Make it more flexible, maybe more modular.
And the article seems to lean towards reinvention, suggesting things like micro-credentials.
Exactly. Those focused badges for specific skills. Digital badges, too, like portable proof you can do something.
Verifiable proof.
And maybe even AI-enhanced portfolios that kind of update themselves to show your current skills.
Yeah.
These things might start carrying a lot more weight than just the diploma.
Okay, so lots of potential change there, but the article is also really careful to point out the big risks, right? Ethical stuff, cultural shifts.
Oh, absolutely. Huge considerations.
The most obvious one everyone talks about is academic integrity.
Yeah.
Cheating.
Right. Tools like ChatGPT. It just blurs the lines completely. Is that essay the students thought or the AI's?
What even is plagiarism if you're just prompting an AI? Are we testing thinking or prompt engineering?
It's a tough one. Then there's the whole bias issue, algorithmic inequality.
Oh, so.
Well, AI learns from data. If that data has existing societal biases about race, gender, background,
The AI learns those biases too.
and can amplify them. The article flags risks in automated grading, admissions decisions, even just recommending courses. We need serious transparency and fairness built in.
Critical. And then there's the worry about losing deep learning.
Explain that.
Well, getting instant answers, quick summaries from AI, it's super efficient.
Yeah.
But does it bypass the struggle? You know, that slow wrestling with hard ideas that actually builds critical thinking and real understanding.
Are we outsourcing the process of thinking? That's a scary thought.
It is. And finally, the article brings up cultural homogenization.
Meaning, if AI tools often train on data mostly from, say, Western cultures or English language,
Okay.
if those become the main global education tools, do we risk losing local knowledge, unique perspectives, different languages?
Wow. Okay. So definitely some serious challenges, risks to navigate carefully.
For sure. But the article balances this. It also talks about the opportunities for a smarter university, how AI could actually boost the core mission.
How? By helping professors, maybe.
Yeah, as a powerful assistant. Generating draft materials, creating complex simulations, analyzing how students are doing, freeing up professors for more high-level interaction.
Interesting. And for students?
Huge potential for personalized learning, especially for students with disabilities or different learning styles. AI could tailor experiences in real time.
Making education more accessible and effective for individuals.
Right. And research, too. AI can speed things up dramatically.
Yeah.
Scanning millions of papers, spotting trends, synthesizing findings.
Even generating hypotheses for researchers to test.
Exactly. It's not just automating old stuff, it's enabling totally new ways of teaching, learning, and discovering.
So the vision is like an AI-enhanced university delivering deeper awareness.
Through that hybrid human-machine collaboration, yeah, maybe becoming a center for ethical AI innovation itself.
Leading the way in that.
And really pushing lifelong learning beyond just 18 to 22-year-olds or formal degrees.
Which circles back to that fundamental question the article keeps raising.
Why do universities exist if information isn't scarce anymore?
What's the irreplaceable value? And the article suggests it lies. Where?
In fostering real human connection, building community. That's something AI can't replicate.
True.
In digging into the big moral and philosophical questions. Purpose, ethics, society. The messy stuff AI isn't equipped for.
The uniquely human inquiries.
Right. And in nurturing that cross-disciplinary problem-solving, bringing different human minds together.
Tackling complex challenges that need more than just data.
And maybe most importantly now, building resilience, adaptability, helping people navigate constant change and uncertainty. Skills you really need in the age of AI.
So the conclusion, the takeaway from the article feels like universities need to double down on being human.
Profoundly, uniquely human, yeah. In this digital age, their core role is shifting. Less about dispensing facts.
And more about training students not just to use AI, but to question it.
Critically question it, yeah. To shape its development. And to think really hard about how we govern its power ethically.
So, bringing this deep dive towards a close, the article's view isn't that AI will just destroy universities.
Not necessarily destroy, no.
But
it will sharply expose the ones that can't or won't change.
the ones stuck in the past?
The bureaucratic ones. The ones focused on old structures instead of what learners actually need now.
So the universities that lean in, that embrace AI responsibly,
As a tool, yes, but also as a subject for critical study itself.
those are the ones that will likely lead the future of higher ed.
It seems that way. The core transformation, as the article frames it, is moving from being just a content provider.
To becoming a designer of purpose, community, and those essential human skills.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with that final provocative thought the article raises.
Yeah.
In this age of AI, this rapidly changing world, what does being well-educated truly mean for you?